What would you do if your son went missing in the woods for a couple of days and he came back looking like a completely different person? Strange things are happening to people every day, and you want to know about it, you little weirdo. On June 3rd, 2022, 3-year-old little Riker Webb was playing with his dog in his backyard with his dad when his dad went in to do something for just a couple of minutes. When he came back, Riker was gone. They believe that little Riker just wandered off into the woods, maybe looking for bugs or just doing what kids do. So they looked for him as a family for almost 2 hours before finally breaking down and calling the police. When they did, a big search began. All of a sudden, there were dogs, there were search teams, there was people walking the woods trying to find little Riker. There was a huge storm that night. It dropped in temperature, and they didn't know what was happening to poor little Riker and where he was. It was a big mystery, and he was gone for 2 whole days before something strange happened. A couple went to check on their house that was in the woods, and they started seeing some strange things around. Things like rocks being turned over, like a little kid was looking for bugs. And then they heard a little child's voice coming from their shed. They went to try to figure out what it was, and it was 3-year-old Riker. He was in their shed. They talked to him and asked him what he was doing and what happened, and he said that he was on a walk and he got really tired, so that's why he went into the shed. But we don't really know what happened during those 2 days. He was up against some big things. There was lions and different animals and different just horrible nature things that you don't want to run into, especially as a 3-year-old little boy. And so we don't really know how he ended up surviving this. The woods are a scary place at night, trust me. When he came back and his parents saw him, it raised more questions than they had answers. What was going on here? Because he left looking like this, and he came back looking like this. I mean, there was some trauma, I'm sure, of a little boy being lost in the woods, but this, he looks shell-shocked. He looks like he had really seen some, like, for real. And his parents decided that there was a lot of questions around him. First of all, he didn't have the dirt you would think that a kid would have for being out 2 days in the woods. Like, you look at his footy pajamas and the bottom of the feet don't look super dirty. So people started raising questions and theories about what happened to little Riker that time. Did he get lured into the woods by someone? Did someone help him during this time? It's really hard to say. With a 3-year-old kid, they're not really going to tell you. But there hasn't been evidence of that either. They also have come up with a lot of theories online, and people wonder if maybe there's some supernatural things going on here, like a skinwalker or aliens, or maybe that's not Riker at all. So I'm not sure at the end of the day what happened to this little boy. I am going to insert a video if I can here, which is an interview type thing that Riker's brother did just a little while ago after the incident happened. And it seems like Riker remembers something.
Riker, do you remember when you got lost? What do you see?
I see a house.
A house? In the woods?
Yeah. So I can live and go in there, and then I can live.
Someone lived in the house?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened to you, bro. That was scary. You okay, though, now? Yeah?
So it seems like he says that there was a house in the woods and there was someone in this house. That's all he remembers. Super, super strange and very, very eerie. So, what do you think happened to Riker Webb? Do you think that something paranormal is happening here? Or do you think that it might be foul play? Or maybe just a kid lost in the woods and I'm blowing things way out of proportion? It's okay. Any theories you have, please drop them below. Tell me what really happened to Riker Webb.